One last topic I was thinking, in ordinary life, in our daily life, an ordinary Joe like us, what could we do if we were wronged, if we got punished for something we did not do? How could we find or seek justice?
Well, regrettably, when only one individual speaks out, it's easy for an oppressive government to get away with punishing or murdering one individual. However, when we all get involved, it's hard to destroy 1 million people, 1 million patriots who are involved in their communities.
Yeah, that's one point. I think I was actually saying, let me use an example. Suppose I was in the store and I was doing shopping, and then all of a sudden I was accused of shoplifting, which I did not do. And they called cops. The cop came over without listening to my side of the story, listened to the store manager, and handcuffed me and threw me into the detention center. Okay, what should I do?
Well, regrettably, you're going to have to get an attorney, then, depending on your crime, get a bond to get out of jail.
What if I have no money?
Now, if you have no money, depending on the judge, you may stay there until your court date. But however, they have to have evidence to convict you. If they have no evidence, then you must be released. That's what makes a democracy. That's what makes a free nation.
Well, that's great. That's ideal. But I also heard these days, I'm not sure it is Florida or Colorado, some other states, not long ago, about like what, 3-4 weeks ago, they convicted 3 cops because they falsified evidence. They fabricated all the evidence, trying to persecute this one individual who did not do anything. They planted these weeds in his car, and they planted, they throw things under the wheel of his car, and claimed that he was trying to hide evidence. And they did a whole bunch of things. And later on, it turned out to be, they forgot one thing. The camera on their dashboard was on.
It's on.
They forgot to turn it off.
They're on. They were live on Memorex.
Exactly. So now, the guy got lucky. What if there was no such camera to catch that?
Regrettably, depending on the state you live, if you do not have an active population civilly, you're not going to get a trial. You're not going to get a day in court. You might actually be in prison for months before your call. That is why you have to take active part in your government. You have to vote in judges who will obey the Constitution and will obey the laws that the people of that state have implemented.
Because there are so many unjustifiable cases, so we have the largest percentage of the population in jail, incarcerated, behind bars for no reason. And that's something I don't think the new immigrants really know.
Well, there's a reason for that. Regrettably, the #1 industry in this country is making prisons. And of course, if you make a prison, you need prisoners. There's a lot of money in the prison system. It's not cheap to incarcerate a prisoner. I believe it was about $10,000 a year.
Well, I don't know the exact number, but I know we have over 3 million some people behind the bars. And 80% of those people are black people, and at least 20% of those people are innocent, basically. Very minor crime, or I would say it's not even a crime. And it's just a minor misdemeanor, okay? Like, you know, you're carrying like a half ounce of weeds, and now they put you behind bars because they want your relative to go there to spend money to get you out, so they can make money. And there's a lot of things like that. And the funny thing is, I read one research findings, which goes, it's very serious research. our next generation. We ranked 27th in math, 17th in science, 13th in reading, and 18th in writing. And overall, of 36 industrialized countries, this country ranked the 16th. That's
Shameful.
how good we are. But hey, we have good things.
Oh, good.
In 3 areas, we lead the world. We're number one. Number one, we spend the most money in military.
Yes, we do.
And we spend more money than next 26 countries combined.
Yes, we do.
Number two, we have the largest percentage of our people in jail.
Yes.
That's another number one in the world. Number three, we have the largest percentage of adults believing angels are real.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Most regrettably, Big Brother's correct on everything. But this is the most tragic part, and this is the part that he left out. China has, what, 10 times the population that we have? More or less.
No, I think it was 7 times.
7 times the population. 7 times. However, we have more people in prison than the oppressive Chinese government. I'm sorry, but what does that tell you?
Wow, I never thought about that. Yes, you're right, I left that out. Think about it, yes. Wow, that's scary.
1 billion plus people, and yet we have more people in prison than the oppressive Chinese government.
Holy Toledo. Well, you know what? Well, the truth is truth. But at the same time, that would give the Chinese regime something to talk about.
Oh, yes.
Say, yeah, hey, now somebody's talking, right? But hey, that's the truth. But that doesn't mean that we are in support of any oppressive regime.
No.
And we are in full support of human rights.
100%.
Everybody should have the right to seek pleasure, freedom, happiness, away from fear.
From fear.
That's the thing that we need to talk about. Well, because of the limit of the time, and we need to actually get up and start cooking or something. It's 5 p.m.
We're on vacation.
Exactly. It's a beautiful beach. Well, we had a little talk, and in the future, of course, and I was inviting Donald to run a little program from his base in Nevada, and he is good at broadcasting, radio, TV, and all that. So later on, we're going to join hands to jointly produce some clips for our viewers.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
Right. So that's great.
Thank you for watching, and remember, our Chinese brothers and sisters, get involved and listen to Big Brother. He knows what's good.
All right, thank you everybody, and we're going to see you next time.